we have, Sensei, our prediction video today for UFC 286. And we're dropping predictions, and we're also dropping punishments. That's going to be something that the people in the comment section are going to do for us. But let's get right into this bad boy. What you going to do? Speaking of, number one fight on the card is featuring a bad boy. That sounds weird when I say it. But Marvin Vettori, the Italian dream, the Italian stallion. Now, you're going to have to help me with the pronunciation of my man Roman here.
Dolidze.
Roman hold you a couple of Dolidze, you understand? Roman has $1 per D's. Okay, now we know Roman as a heavy grappler. Heavy grappler. ADCC world champs, Oceania champ status, apparatus.
I remember this guy. Yes. I was looking up the people on the card, and this is the guy with the coolest nickname ever.
Oh, God. What is his nickname again?
The Caucasian. Yeah, Caucasian persuasion.
The Caucasian.
Dolidze.
There has to be some sort of missing translation that we don't understand for him to just go by the Caucasian.
I'm telling you, he's from Georgia, but not not your Georgia.
Not from Georgia.
Yeah.
Georgia.
Ooh, sing it to him. That's the soul right there.
Day through. Okay, sorry. Go ahead. So, yeah, he's not from that Georgia.
This guy is Caucasian. Wait. Okay, anyways. So, it says Georgian, but I think because didn't the word Caucasian derive from, like, Caucasus or, like, the mountains
First off,
Caucasia?
Never say that again unless you're going to get people searching something else, bro. I don't know what
Caucasian,
you're talking about.
the islands of, or the mountains, I don't know. So, maybe...
did it not derive from the Caucasus?
So I think there's some like accent. I don't think he's going with just the term
the white.
I'm the white. But with that being said, I've seen his highlights.
Roman the white
Dolidze, dude.
Okay, so yeah, you saw some of his footage. He's a heavy grappler.
And then when he walks out, it's Georgia. It's that song.
It's me singing.
Wade singing. It's Wade singing. Literally.
Okay, so you saw some of his footage. He's 34 years old, so he's a little long in the tooth already to be 12-1. But listen, anytime you got some heavy grapplers, especially at middleweight, they're going to make the fight boring, but also control the fight in certain aspects. Where Marvin Vettori wants to, he wants to throw some hands, he wants to punch and kick a little bit, right? But
Roman was throwing hammers. Roman was throwing hammers in his highlights. So,
wait, listen, a lot of guys can throw hammers in the highlights, but does that show you the totality of the 15 to 25 minutes in there? You know what I mean? I think
that's true.
Personally, it's just me personally. I think Marvin Vettori at still 29 years old, 18-6. He only seems to lose to the top of the division. Everybody else, he kind of is that gatekeeper at 85. I'm going Marvin Vettori here, just strictly based off the fact that I don't know if I can give it to the man named the White. I don't know.
Dude, with that being said, I'm 100%. This man's nickname is the Caucasian. He does not care about anything, dude.
He's ready to roll. Okay, so you're going Roman.
Yeah, he's 12-1 too. Dude's a hitter.
But he's 12-1 at 34, which makes me think.
Yeah, but 34 is like that new MMA prime. You know what I mean?
Okay, that's fair. I mean, Marvin is 18-6 at 29. You're talking about experience on experience, son. So, I think Marvin gets it done here. It's a 3-round fight. I think he's gonna be super heavy volume with his hands, and I think your boy Roman's gonna be shooting for the white leg of Marvin Vettori. So
I'm gonna be like this: Caucasian.
Okay, so that one's fight number one. Then we move on to, and I'm so interested to hear what you think about this. We have Jennifer Maia and Casey O'Neill.
Yes,
you can go first on this one.
Casey's 9-0. Jennifer Maia's 20-9 now.
Experienced.
A lot of experience there, but let me see here. Let me click. Let me get some. Do I get any cool nicknames out of this one?
I don't think so. I think you're gonna get.
Dude,
well, you know the
Jennifer
last name Maia. You know what that means.
That is true.
Listen, I'm giving her the. Well, okay, sorry. You go ahead. You go ahead.
I got Jennifer Maia. She just seems too scary. This girl's a young girl.
She
She's
seems
a kickboxer.
too scary.
Yeah, she's got the grappling pedigree. She got the last name. I'm going with names. Kim Casey is good, but you got the Maia name. She's Brazilian.
Listen, I think King Casey O'Neill with the Muay Thai background and a little bit more now training in the Extreme Couture gym, some grappling involved in that. Yes, it's dangerous when you roll with anybody with the last name Maia, Brazilian black belt jiu-jitsu. We get that. I think Casey is the future at 125, at 25 years old, 9-0. And I think this is where you make a statement. Because Jennifer Maia, if I'm not mistaken, does hold a win over the champ right now. I could be wrong. But this is a statement fight for Casey. Like I said, she's long for the division. And I think she gets it done. I'm going to say she gets it done by stoppage here, buddy.
Wow. I feel like Jennifer Maia is just going to win like a decision and just like classic MMA. Against the cage, grapple, hold her down, one of those things.
She's going to win a decision by making faces. That's a bold pick. Okay, next fight. What we saying?
Gunny.
Oh, buddy.
Nelson.
Now.
Versus Bryan Barberena.
Yeah, Bryan Barberena.
That's a song. Isn't that a song? Like an old song from the 50s?
I'm sure it is, but I'm not.
I
think you mean.
No. What am I talking about?
I think you mean Barber or something like that.
Yeah, that's close though. It's close. Come on, Wade, sing it.
I don't know the name of it. I don't want to butcher it. The kids are going to let us know in the comments. Okay.
They've never heard it. No one
I know, right?
listening to this has ever heard
age.
it. So.
I'm actually going to go out on a limb here.
Mom, Dad, what's this thing that Sensei's humming?
They're like, well, let me tell you, sonny. Rumor is, by the way, that Conor might be in attendance for this fight. Conor McGregor doing a little bit of a media tour right now. He was just on Ariel Helwani. We're going to probably talk about that later. But I'm going to go out on a limb here. And this is not the popular pick. Gunnar Nelson should win this fight. 18-5. He's one of those guys we talked about a second ago, only loses to the biggest names in the division. Right? His last loss, I think, was to the champ right now. He lost to Leon. He's a heavy grappler. You're going to talk about in a second your fascination with his karate stance, but I think Barberena is going to come in and take heads off shoulders, baby. 3 rounds, heavy volume, unless Gunnar gets a hold of him and keeps him down or in control, which he can do. I think you go Barberena here, and I think you do it by stoppage.
Wow, by stoppage. I got Gunny via like a submission. With that being said, with Bryan's like how aggressive he is, Gunny with that bladed stance, makes him miss, uses that karate footwork to bounce in and out. I like the karate stance combined with a grappler is really good. The guy who's done it the best is Cejudo. Henry's the best at it. He uses that striking stance for his agility, which makes his wrestling, defense, and offense that much better. Instead of just trying to like run in and shoot. Exactly, GSP as well.
Yeah,
100%. Good call. Yeah. Well, I'm like, so that's why I like this one. Gunny, I think people, they probably think he's old. Maybe Bryan's overlooking him a little bit.
He's been out for a while too. Been out for a while.
He's been out, right? But no, Gunny.
All right,
come in here, get it done.
Getting it done, Gunny. Come on now. That's a bad Conor. So Conor may be in attendance for that to watch his boy get schlepped by Bryan Barberena, in my opinion. Okay. Now then, we move to the co-main event. Sensei. Tell me who we got.
Gaethje versus Rafael Fiziev? No.
Fiziev.
I feel like I'm saying that wrong. Fiziev.
Rafael Fiziev. Now, this one's interesting. This one's real interesting because you have both guys coming in talking, I'm like dark. Like Fiziev is saying, hey, brother, I'm going to eat your heart. I'm going to pull it out of your chest and eat it. That's what he said. Maybe not the first part, but he did say he was going to eat his heart. Justin Gaethje is saying, I'm going to take him to a dark place and drown him. Mind you, this is a 3-round fight. This isn't like you're going into deep water. So if Justin is talking about drowning someone, that means the volume is going to be heavy. Fiziev has some good wins. Beat Bobby Green. Thought it was a fun fight. Has some explosive kicks. Muay Thai background. Very much fast twitch muscle. You know what I mean? So we're talking about a war here. In my opinion, I think both guys are going to come after it. Now, the difference to me lies in the fire, where Justin Gaethje is brilliant in that fire. And I think he's going to throw more. I think he's going to have more volume here. I think Fiziev is going to land. He's going to land big, probably, too, on Justin. But his ability to take shots and keep coming forward, Rocky style, I do think Justin Gaethje gets a win here. And if he uses just any of his wrestling, he absolutely does, in my opinion. But
well, see that.
What say you?
That's where you might get me. That's where you might get me with the wrestling part if Justin decides to wrestle. But, dude, with this kind of talking, and Gaethje is a striker, and you got a guy, and Rafael who strikes, obviously.
Yeah.
I feel like that's going to play right into Rafael's hand. Justin
Could
may be
be.
like, you know what? No, I don't want to wrestle. I want to go out there and finish.
That's
this guy
probably
going
to happen. That's probably going to happen.
And I feel like this may be, he's always had success in the firefight, but you can win a coin toss 6 times in a row. It doesn't mean you're going to win the 7th. You know what I mean?
True.
And this may be one of those things where he's like, I'm just so good in the fire. Let me go right in there, and he gets caught because Rafael's super sharp. With that kickboxing background. I have a feeling Justin may have the edge with the hands in the firefight because he's so slick at like slipping out of the way and punching at the same time and sneaking in those MMA style hooks, that dirty boxing. But I just saw Rafael throw like a mean spinning back kick. So if he can throw something like that, like a high kick, dude, those type of kicks, I think that can catch Justin off guard.
But think about this. The last time Justin fought a guy like that, when he fought Edson Barboza, granted, it was over very quickly. But Justin was on him quick. Not even a chance to open up those big shots, those big wheel kicks and, the teeps and everything else. He closed that distance so fast. And I wonder if guys like that, like Edson, like Rafael, if they struggle because of the creativity, and I wouldn't even say the creativity, sometimes just the time it takes to set some of these shots up and the distance and it like all has to be perfect, whereas Justin's like, fuck it, dude. I don't care how close I am, what the measurables are, like you said, 50-50, what the coin toss is, I'm throwing, and it's getting there. You know what I mean? And his volume...
Yeah, I know, but...
His volume, he's going to outthrow Rafael if it goes the distance. Bobby Green did the same thing to him, just kept putting volume on him, And now Rafael won the fight, but the 3rd round, Bobby ran away with. And you're talking about Justin Gaethje, who has power in his hands. That's why I'm going, Justin. Listen, I'm laying it out for you today, bruh. I'm laying it out.
Not bad.
You know what I mean?
That's not bad. I still got Rafael, though.
Okay, bet.
Take his heart.
Eat it. Eat that.
Rafi, take his heart.
Now then, Sensei, we
Main
move
event.
to our main event of the evening. The rematch. Leon Edwards in his home country. I wouldn't say hometown because he's from Birmingham. The home country. Kamaru Usman, the former champ. One shot, head kick, dead. He's coming back for revenge. Who, Sensei, do you have in our main event matchup?
Like my mind, my brain, my MMA brain, the safe pick is Kamaru.
Yeah, it has to be.
But like, just like the last time, if you were gonna pick an upset, right? If you were gonna go with a guy who's not the favorite, Leon is the guy to go with.
Why do you say that?
Because he can end the fight at any moment, right? And he's underrated as a wrestler. He's a guy that gets overlooked. Just in the entire time in the division, he's deserving of a title shot. Didn't get it right away,
right?
Like early on. I feel like as a guy again just overlooked and underrated.
Yeah.
And obviously in the first fight with Usman, Kamaru's dominating.
Yep.
But I don't know if here's the thing. When you have a win like that, I remember watching some of the highlights. Leon had a moment where his coach was like telling him to get his mind right, to get like locked in. And there was a moment where I think that he like lost his confidence in the fight. And obviously he regained it back and landed that kick. But if he's got momentum from that, and the Leon that we saw in that last round in that moment with the confidence like that, if he stays like that, I think we're looking at a different guy. Because he turned a switch there. He turned a switch and then it worked. And sometimes that's a big difference for a fighter.
For sure. But it's also a lot of ifs, man. It is a lot of ifs. And when you look at the fight again, yes, Leon capitalized on something that he set up. And the head kick is talked about a lot and for good reason, but the setup is beautiful. It's not even just the left hand.
Oh, amazing.
It's the jab feint to get into range, to close distance, then the left hand that covers the eyes. And Kamaru really didn't even have to slip outside of it, but just because it was in his eye line, boom. And as soon as he does, the shin right on his chin, man, it was beautiful. But I'm going with Kamaru Usman here because of everything that you said before you went off and went into crazy land there. You said that conventional wisdom says Kamaru wins this fight, the safe pick, and it is very much a safe pick here because Kamaru should have won the first fight handily and was on his way to doing so, right? Now, what happened in that first fight can't happen again, and I don't think it's even just because of the setup and the head kick. I think it's because of a comfortability from Kamaru Usman throughout that fight. And it's could have been due to the fact that he's been so dominant, due to the fact that he didn't take, like you said, Leon as seriously. Like, there was a point early in that fight where Leon's on his back. Who gets on Kamaru Usman's back? Nobody.
Yeah.
So again, you can't be too comfortable in there. And I think Kamaru Usman was, because he was threatening with the hands and he was looking to choke Kamaru, but it didn't happen. He took Kamaru down. Who does that? Nobody. All this points to comfortability because is Leon a better grappler than Colby Covington? Is he a better grappler / striker than Gilbert Burns? I don't know. But it didn't look like he was doing a lot of things differently to be able to get into positions that he shouldn't have gotten into. More so that Usman was just allowing it to happen. So I think this time around it's more about being switched on early. I mean, suffocating pressure round one. Because we all know Kamaru Usman's got a tank. He's going to be there for 5 rounds on top of you. And if you're Usman, the only thing I worry about is how does it mentally affect you getting kicked in the head like that? Do you then fight differently because you're thinking about don't move my head off the center line too much, like, and you're getting tagged, you know what I mean? Or do you get too desperate for the takedown? Too desperate for the grappling exchanges? Those are things you have to consider, but I do think Kamaru Usman, at the end of the day, does what he does. He grapples heavy. Yes, he will strike, but it'll be out of grappling exchanges and scrambles. I don't think you should stand at range and, all right, let's box now. No, that's never been Kamaru. That's not what he should be doing. I think the foot stomps come in. I tried to get through it, not like it was serious. I do think he'll start with the foot stomps for sure, but I don't think they'll have much.
Take that, Leon. Come on, UK.
Take that, London. Stomping your bitch ass out. No, I think he does. I think he wins this fight, and I think he wins by decision. I think Kamaru Usman in a safe yet somewhat boring crowd booing decision. That's what I got. And
wow, I don't know the way Kamaru's been talking. He's, he's right in saying that he believes he's the better fighter, right? But he's still, in my mind, he's just saying, "Oh, he caught me with that kick, but I'm still better and I should win." And that mentality.
He's right.
I know he's right, but from the outside looking in, that's one thing. But when you're the fighter going in there, that's a lot different.
What would you have him say?
Right.
Is my thing. Like, what would be more confident? If what would he be saying right now to make you more confident? Like,
I don't know. Just a little. This obviously you want to be confident, but the lack of, not you don't want to see fear, but he kind of just downplayed.
Just brushing off. Oh, it was just a head kick.
Just a head kick. He talked about Colby this and. Colby was a tougher fight. Like, look how I fought Colby Covington, like Leon still.
Right.
And when you give a guy like that an opportunity, like he did with the head kick, you walk into the second fight. Again, sometimes when you think you should win, that can play into it, right? So does Leon still go in with that underdog mentality? Do you still have that? And like you said, when Leon's already landed that head kick, and it wasn't a lucky kick. It wasn't like he just kicked blindly.
No.
You know that it was set up. So you know that Leon has that ability to set up those kind of shots, and he has that power. So how does that play into the factor? Do we get a little bit, more cautious with Usman? Does it allow Leon to tee off a little bit more early? And when we get a confident Leon, clearly we see when he's confident, he's different, right? So
okay, man. Okay.
That's why I'm still leaning. And it's in his hometown, dude, in the UK, and he said he's never lost in the UK.
Well,
man's undefeated in the UK.
He's about to take his first one, in my opinion, but it's going to be a great fight, man. I can't wait. Comment section, let us know down below. Who are you going with for UFC 286, and what should we do as a punishment? Because one of us is losing here. and it's not going to be me. Let us know down below. What's that?
Did we pick different the whole time, or did we both pick Gunnar?
Everybody but No, we picked different. Everything's different. Yeah.
Oh, let's go. That means
someone's taking that fat L, and I'm not doing another snow angel in my undies, bro. No red panty nights for me. So, comment section.
You should do the worm in the undies, and it's not.
That's just me walking around at this point. But comment section, let us know down below who wins and why, and what should we do as a punishment. UFC 286 coming this Saturday. Let's go. I can't take no loss.